Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie, and I will be doing a crystal card and an oracle card reading for the week of April 19th through the 25th, 2020. And this week we are going to do a pick a card. If you've tuned in the past couple weeks, I've been doing pick a card readings. I apologize, my setup changes a little bit each week, so it may be a little difficult to see, but I'll try to hold everything up. So this week we're going to use Colette Baron Reid's Crystal Spirits deck for the crystal card aspect of the pick a card. And then we're going to do a little bit different deck, one that I don't normally use here on YouTube, and that is this Mystic Angels Empowerment deck. It's a little deck, no guidebook, just gives you an angelic energy to work with. So I thought that would be kind of interesting to see which crystal you're drawn to, see what the energy of that crystal is, and then see what the corresponding angelic energy you can work with is this week. So we will get started. The three crystals that we have this week are this clear quartz tower, this blue kyanite, which is a tumbled kyanite. Normally it's kind of blade-like structure, so you may be more familiar with seeing it in its raw form, which is more like, I'll just go ahead and show you the crystal card for this one, more like that. But this one's kind of a polished blue kyanite. And then the last one is going to be Carnelian. So just take a second and see which one or ones you resonate most strongly with. You can pick one or two or all three of them. And then we will see, I think I will read from the Crystal Spirits Guidebook too, just because it gives, some of them give a little meditation you can use. So we'll start with the clear quartz. If you chose this one, it's number 18 in this deck. You can see each one. So this is the spirit of the crystal. It's not necessarily the most common meaning or the one that you see in most metaphysical guidebooks about crystals. This is going to be kind of what the creator of this deck channeled as the spirit of these crystals. So you can see there's kind of a little face in each one of them. So clear quartz, number 18. If this is the one you resonated most strongly with, put that there. Then the meaning for that one is amplification. And I think most of us know, if you are a crystal person, clear quartz is one of those crystals you can pair with any other crystal, and it will either clear it or it will amplify it, or both. So it's always referred to as the master healer. It's just a great general all-purpose stone. If you can only have one crystal, I would always recommend having a clear quartz. Its essential meanings are amplification, magnification, expansion, and growth. And it says, when clear quartz spirit appears, it is the time to focus on growth and expansion. Whatever you appreciate, love, abundance, or anything else will grow simply by your observing it and feeling gratitude for it. Are you paying attention to all that is good in your life? Clear quartz spirit brings the message that you will amplify whatever you focus on, so focus well. And I think this is super important right now when we've been talking about the past few weeks, everything kind of being so much fear-based energy. Make sure that's not what you're focusing on. I understand that things are reality. You may know people who have been ill recently or who have even passed away recently. I have somebody, in my life that passed away within the past week. So these are our reality. I'm not sugarcoating anything or glossing over the reality of our lives right now. But you can choose not to buy into and get sucked down into the mire of that fear-based energy by focusing on the things that were good about that person's life or the things that are currently good about your own life. So it's just really important, because if you were drawn to this, it means that things are being amplified even more than usual in your life. So make sure that the things you're focusing on are the things that are good. So then what we will use is the corresponding angel for this week if you chose that clear quartz energy. Oh, sorry. I forgot to see if there was a little meditation to use with that one. So it says, meditate with clear quartz when you desire clarity on any aspect of your life. Clear quartz is magnanimous in that it will generously offer up its own energy in order to magnify that of any other stone. Containing only silicon and oxygen, it is the purest of all crystals and easily programmable with our intentions. So, as I mentioned in the beginning, it is kind of the master healer or the master crystal and can amplify the intentions of yourself or of any other crystal you're working with. So the angelic energy then that we will work with if you were drawn to this crystal this week. And these are generally archangels, but they may be archangels that you haven't necessarily heard of before. Some that are not so common. Oh, interesting. So it's Archangel Gabriel. The contemplative word is divine. The symbolism is water, which is very much how clear quartz appears, water-like. It says, next time fear attempts to overshadow your hope, dash your heart's desire, expunge your joy, or snuff out your light, call upon Archangel Gabriel, who will help you see that fear is the absence of trust in spirit. Always swimming in the waters of spirit, the current of love called Creator carries us to the realization of joy, our purpose, our love, and our source. Flow with life, knowing that anything less than loving is the illusion known as fear. Go with the flow. And the mantra you can use for this week is, I am a divine child of God. Fear has no place with me. So super interesting that this card comes up to match with this crystal, which, as we were just talking about, is about, kind of ignoring that fear-based energy, not understanding that it is your reality right now, but understanding also that we can choose to focus on things that are full of love and full of light and full of remembrance, rather than full of fear. So I am a divine child of God. Fear has no place with me. And there is the graphic for that card. And again, that's Archangel Gabriel. So that one's really interesting if you chose to work with or you were drawn to the energy of clear quartz this week. Very much about focusing on anything that gets you out of the space of fear. So then on to Kyanite, which is the number 28 card in this deck. And its essential meaning is about restoring harmony, mending fences, and building bridges. Harmony means that even though we are all different, we can blend our unique voices to create an ethereal chorus that uplifts us all. Kyanite Spirit's message is that now is an excellent time for fixing those sour notes that have appeared, resolving any disputes, and healing any rifts for the good of all. Although we each have our own ways, we can learn so much and gain tremendous support when we let go of our rigid, my way or the highway attitude, recognizing that we are all imperfect. Looking for our commonalities can steady us when we're feeling a bit shaky. And then the meditation for this one is, meditation with Kyanite clears the chakras and energy field, and it is one of the few crystals that does balance all of the chakras simultaneously. It brings harmony to situations where differing viewpoints exist and assists in resolution. This is an excellent stone to carry when attending meetings where diplomacy is required. And the intuitive message I'm getting as I'm reading all of this is, most of us are very active on social media these days, especially when we're trying not to go out. If we are practicing social distancing, if we are self-quarantining, we are on social media more. There are so many people that are so divided, especially politically right now, that this really carries a message, to kind of find what you can to like about other people, or just click unfollow. Whatever gets you into the space you need to be in this week. But it's, people have differing opinions, especially right now when there is so much fear-based energy. People are going to have differing opinions. Sometimes they're going to be a little louder about them than they normally would be. So your mission this week, if you chose the blue Kyanite, is to find a way to live with that and find the commonalities and the joy that you can find between you and these other people. Or find a place of solitude where you are no longer paying attention to that and it's no longer feeding into an influence energetically in your life. So there is your blue Kyanite for those of you who chose that card this week. And again, there's that crystal. So then we'll see what angel comes out for that energy. So the one that pops out is Archangel Barbiel. And Archangel Barbiel's contemplative word is harmony. Interesting. Which is what... Hang on a second. I have to reread this. Kyanite, resolving disputes, diplomacy, restoring harmony, mending fences, building bridges. Harmony means that even though we are all different, we can blend our unique voices to create an ethereal chorus that uplifts us all. Archangel Barbiel, contemplative word, harmony. So that's going to be a huge theme in your life if you were drawn to the Kyanite this week. Harmony and balance are the natural state of our soul. During the journey of life, this state of equilibrium can be overcome by confusion and pain. If there is an aspect of your life that is out of sync with your heart's true desire or the calling of your soul, ask the radiant Archangel Barbiel to gently guide you along a sacred path that leads you back to harmonious living. Reclaim your state of joy. And the mantra you can use for this one is, I live in joyful harmony with all of life. So that is a pretty amazing pairing between the Kyanite card and Archangel Barbiel this week. So then on to Carnelian, which is the number 14 card in this deck, if you chose this crystal. So Carnelian says its essential meaning is increased confidence, dignity, poise, and self-assurance. So Carnelian is traditionally a sacral chakra stone, so bringing in that creative, warming, self-assured energy. It says, rising above the fray is much easier when you feel confident in your strengths and know that the conscious universe is lighting the path for you. There's no shame in feeling unsure as you leave behind the unfamiliar, but Carnelian Spirit is here to help you grow your confidence so that you can experience dignity and poise even when it is clear that you are imperfect and not completely certain of what step to take next. You have come so far and grown so much. Give yourself credit and know that you make the best decisions for the good of all when you feel self-assured because you are connected to the conscious universe, your co-creator at all times. You are awake and alert, heeding the signs that guide you on the healing path, so hold your head high. And the meditation you can use for this one is Carnelian is a stone of confidence, courage, and action. Fantastic for those who are prone to procrastination. And that was the message I got intuitively, is those of you who chose the stone and the message about procrastination this week may be drawn to the Carnelian this week. It will be interesting. Leave me a comment if that's the case. Fantastic for those who are prone to procrastination or have difficulty gathering the courage to take the first step. Carnelian lights a fire in your belly, pulls you up by the bootstraps, and says, let's go for it. So there is your Carnelian card for those of you who chose that crystal this week. And let's see what angel comes out to support this. Oops. That one popped out, so I'll take it. Okay. Oh, interesting. It's Metatron. So Archangel Metatron, which is all about kind of creation and change, which is very much like the energy of Carnelian, which is about sort of that physical vitality, creation, change, creativity. So Metatron's contemplative word is transformation. The symbolism is the tree of life. And it says, like a butterfly being called from its shimmering cocoon, your higher presence is calling you to the next phase of learning along your soul's journey. Can't do that if you're procrastinating now, can you? The Archangel Metatron will see to it that the proper teachers, books, workshops, and teleclasses. Interesting. This is an old deck. I have had it for years. Very interesting. It does not say classes. It says teleclasses. That is kind of bizarre. Teachers' books, workshops, and teleclasses are brought to your attention in the coming weeks as you stretch your spiritual wings and your higher mind toward the wisdom teachings of the ancients. This is a time for advanced esoteric learning. So very much, again, those of you who are drawn to the kind of, or tend to procrastinate or tend to overthink things and get stuck in stagnation rather than action because you're contemplating all the time. This is saying it's a time for action. You've thought about this enough. Go ahead and sign up for it. Go ahead and move forward with it. The mantra is, I am that I am. And this is, again, Archangel Metatron. And there's the graphic for that one. So super interesting the way these all paired up this week, I think. Leave me a comment below and let me know your thoughts and which one you chose. Oh, I just wanted to mention too, since this is not a deck I use very much, but that has me kind of speechless with the teleclasses thing. This, again, it's the Mystic Angels Empowerment deck. The author is Denise Iwanu. She does some really amazing guided meditations too. If you Google her, you can find those. The graphics are by David Fix, and he also has some artwork online last time I checked, calendars and prints and framed prints that are really amazing. So that is the deck. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you next week.